Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. Now, today we're going to be looking at another 270X. This is the Gigabyte Windforce 270X, obviously from AMD. Now, the 270X is a really good value for money GPU from AMD. Now, it hits in what I call the probably top of the mid-range. Obviously, everyone has a different idea on, what's a mid-range card and what's a high-end card, etc., etc. But that's what I consider the 270X to be the last of the mid-range cards, and then the 280 and 280X at the beginning of the high-end. So, back to the box. Whoops. Battlefield card. Oh, nice. GPU right on top. So this is the Battlefield 4 game that you get with the GPU. Obviously with the 290 and other things. Just gotta put this down here and have a look at the accessories. Okay. So, with the AMD, with the 290 and 290Xs, you get the Never Settle bundle. I think you might get that with other, the 270X Sapphire as well. I'm not too sure about that. But it's always good when they come with games. So we have Crossfire Bridge. We have a 6-pin 2 Mullix, and I'm guessing another 6-pin 2 Mullix. Yep, because this will be dual 6-pin. Then we just have a warranty card. Looks like a just a user guide and the driver CD that nobody should use, and I don't know why on earth they still package them with it. I guess some people don't have an internet connection, so for those people it would be useful, but for everybody else it wouldn't be useful. Alright. Now let's get into the GPU itself. So this is obviously the Windforce, which has been around for a while. I like it. Generally, they're pretty good. So this is their VGA, the ultra durable VGA, which basically reduces power ripple and reduces temperatures. Oh, a bit of plastic stuck on there. There we go. It also has Gigabyte triangle cool technology. So this basically means that, can we actually see it? Kind of. So it's the within the heatsink, right in the middle here. I'll bring it up for you guys to see. It's basically set up like a triangle, the kind of the fin array, I suppose, internally. And this is supposed to be for anti-turbulence. Turbulence. That's a hard word to say. And basically what that does is help cool efficiently across the fins, help the airflow, and reduce noise as well, which is always good to see. This is three fans, very large, long heat sinks. Gigabyte's been using this for a long time. It's pretty tried and tested, so you're pretty much guaranteed that it'll be at least decent with this. We see up the top it has Crossfire Bridge, 2 6-pin adapters, so very similar to the Toxic. The heatsink actually extends a large way off the PCB. This is just like the Toxic also, so that's interesting to see. I think they do it on these littler cards. By little I mean generally like the PCB is quite short on this if you actually look at it. A lot shorter than many other cards. I think they do it just to give it that sort of big card look, which is always cool. I mean, people like that. Around the back we have, let's just get all these off. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we have DisplayPort, full-size DisplayPort, full-size HDMI. This is actually gold-plated as well. So that's actually pretty cool to see. DVI-I and DVI-D up the top there. So the GPU in this also is, so as in my previous video, it was the Curacell, and that is true, but it's also known as the Pitcairn 28nm GPU, and these come with 2 GB of GDDR5 memory. Now this one comes in at a clock of 1100, I believe, megahertz. Let me just remind myself. Yes, so it's 1100 on boost. Now that's in contrast to the 1150 on that toxic. Oh, I'll get you up here. And it's also got 5600 megahertz on the memory clock speed in contrast to the 6000 megahertz on the toxic. So this thing, the Gigabyte Windforce, is clocked a little bit slower than the toxic, but we'll see in the showdown how much difference that makes, because previously cards that have been separated by a decent amount of clock speed have also performed quite similar. It just depends. It's not the be-all end-all. Some cards, very minor differences in clock speed, give massive performance benefits, but many other cards you see big clock differences and there actually be no real world difference, much difference, that is. There'll always be a difference, but sometimes not as much as others. So that's going to round out this video. Up next will be the 270X Showdown, my first one, and it'll be this Gigabyte Windforce up against the Sapphire 270X Toxic, so stick around for that video. I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.